So here I am, back at it again, this time for the 2024 game list. I've done this the prior 2 years. First one was a scripted video. Second one was unscripted, was planned to be scripted, unscripted. I'm gonna go with the unscripted format going forward with these, because it makes it so much easier, and plus I have other projects I want to get to. Not to mention, 2024 was slow as hell. I did not play that many games, to be honest. Like, at all. Like, there were only 12 games that I played that even qualified for this list. Maybe like 13. And 2 of them I had to disqualify because the same series rule. Or that made it very easy to just make the list. And honestly, up until a certain point in the list, a lot of these games are just on here because I needed to fill the gaps. The games I liked this year, I really liked. Probably, I feel more strongly about the top end of this list than I do about the top end of last year's list. But yeah, I didn't play that much. I'll say it right now because there's not really, there's no point. They're like one game. Like I said, there are 13 games. 2 of them we'll get to later because the same series rule. The one game that got knocked off of the list, last minute, mind you, was Family Guy Road to the Multiverse. That is the only real honorable mention on this list. I played it with my cousin. He really wanted to play it with me. We played it. That was it. There's not much to it. It's not an amazing game at all, but it's not really dog shit. It's fine. It's fine. I would have loved it if I was like 12. But that's it. All right. I'm just gonna let's get into it. Let's fucking get into it. So number 10 is Clubhouse Games 51. What the hell is it called? Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics for the Switch, released in 2020. I'm gonna make this quick because there is really not much to this game at all. It's just like a board game collection. It's just a casual board game collection. Tabletop games, like card games, checkers, chess, shit like that. It's the most simple thing ever. You can play this game with your like grandma if you wanted to. There's not much to it, but it is just simple fun. That is all it is. It's just simple fun, not really bad. I didn't really get bored of it, to be honest. I didn't play it that much, but I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But it's kind of the problem. There's not much substance to it if you don't care about board games. But you know, I liked it. I liked the presentation. I liked the little menus and like the UI. I don't know. It is what it is. Like, it's not a bad game. It's a good game. Every game on this list is actually good, even though I didn't play that much. Good to an extent, depending on who you are. But you know, we'll get to that. But yeah, Clubhouse Games number 10. Not much to it. Not much else to say about it. Secret Thursday is truly a masterpiece that stretches the possibilities of gaming. It transcends the boundaries of traditional gaming, weaving art, music, and interactivity into a seamless tapestry of emotion. Every element, whether the minimalistic visuals, the haunting ethereal score, or the fluid, intuitive controls, feels meticulously crafted to evoke awe and introspection. Secret Thursday doesn't just tell a story, it invites you to feel the story, to inhabit its quiet beauty and profound themes. Rarely does a work manage to balance simplicity and depth so perfectly, creating something that lingers in the heart long after the final step is taken. Had this game not been around 30 minutes long, it would have definitely taken the #1 spot on this list. But the fact that they gave me something of which I cannot have more, I have to dock so many points for such a travesty. Secret Thursday is not just a game, it is a timeless piece of art. So number 8, we actually have one of the most controversial games of the year. Might even be more controversial that I put it above such a masterpiece as number 9. But anyways, Power World. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna say it. I did not finish this game. I don't know anybody who has finished this game. I don't plan on finishing this game. I kind of want to play it again, but that's not, like, I'm not anytime soon. Power World, I first heard of Power World, I think during Summer Games Fest of 2023, something like that. And all I heard about it, all I saw from it was it's Pokemon with guns. That's not really what it is, but to the blind eye, that's what it is. Power World shook up the world, haha, in early 2024 for being like, oh, see, this is what Pokemon could be. Blah, 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 blah. It's better. It is actually nothing like Pokemon aside from the monsters and the, like, I guess, no, that's it. It's just the monsters. I've heard more people call it similar to, like, Ark. Is Ark the right one? Either Ark or Rust, I don't remember. Because it's just a survival game. It's a survival game, you can do co-op. I only actually played the game because my brother wanted to play it with me. So I just bought it for the both of us. We played it for like a week, and that was it. But we played a lot of it. We did play a good amount of it. Survival co-op, like genre, like just stuff like Minecraft. I get a kick out of just, you know, building the house, like going out, getting resources. That gameplay loop to me is like really fun. The monsters themselves, I don't give a shit about. I don't care. I liked beating them up. That was really fun. I didn't like the tree guy that like spawned on my house and just kept killing me instantly over and over again. I didn't really fuck with that. And overall, I do respect, well, let me word this correctly. I respect the attempt. The attempt to rival Pokemon in terms of creature, ball, game, catching him in the ball. I respect. I think some of the similarities that this game has with Pokemon, I think is blown a little, like, too much. Like, there's like a plant thing, I think that looks like Meganium. Kinda, it resembles Meganium, but it's like, it's not Meganium, dude. Like, it's not. Some of them are like, okay, dude, like, what are you doing? Like a Anubis. There's like a Anubis, and there's like a Gyarados thing, I think. It's like, alright, bro. So, if they did actually plagiarize those, like the assets or whatever, or I don't think that's what Nintendo cares about. Nintendo cares about, well, Nintendo only cares because the game is popular. But I guess they own the fucking trademark for catching monsters in a ball or something. Like, and that's the thing with this game. It's like, bro, come on. Like, come on. Like, I'm not playing, no one's favorite game of the year is Pow World. Like, come on. Like, maybe it is, but like, it's not like that crazy. Like, this game fell off. I mean, I guess it's not because it's coming to PS5, or it came to PS5, and it's getting DLC. But it's like, bro, come on, dude. Number 7 will be the last kind of weird game on the list, because so far it's been games I haven't played that much, or just like, you know, games I didn't like play for very, very long. This will be the last one, and this is funny because I don't even own this game, technically. Rivals of Aether 2. I don't own this game. I played the shit out of the demo when that was out for like a week, which basically is the same shit as the full game. And I go to Smash Bros tournaments quite frequently, and they have Rivals tournaments there a lot. And I played it here and there. I play it from time to time. Like I played the game enough to like I can rank it. I can fucking rank it. So Rivals of Aether 2 is a platform fighter, which is the genre of fighting game that Smash Bros kind of birthed into this world, where it's a platformer fighter with platforms. It is by far the best platform fighter that isn't Smash, or the best platform fighter that can somewhat rival Smash in terms of popularity and gameplay. Maybe not popularity, because multiverses is a thing, but we all know we're not going to talk about that one. But it's really good. It's really fun. It is probably the most fun I've had playing. I liked Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 a lot, but that game was not as polished as this one. This game is really fun to play, and it's especially fun to watch. To get it out of the way right now, I suck balls at this game. I'm bad at it. I'm terrible. To be fair, I feel like I haven't tried to learn it as much as I probably should, or I guess I just don't enjoy playing it as much as other people. And I'm really bad. I just can't get into it. I can't, which is why I didn't buy the full game and why I don't really play it outside of tournaments. And even then, I don't even do it that often. It's like a time killer for like the main event to start, for me anyways. But the thing is the game is really fun to watch. I love watching it. Like, if my friends are playing it, I'll watch them play it. They usually play Rivals before Smash Bros. At tournaments, like top 8. And I will always watch Rivals too. Like, I like Rivals, and I like the world of Rivals. I played Rivals 1. Same exact thing happened. I couldn't really get into it, but I respected it a lot, and I still played it even though I didn't get into it or like it that much. But I still played it, and I still watched my friends love Rivals 1 and 2. So it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. In my friend circle. But the world of Rivals is interesting. Like, I like fighting games with lore that you don't. I'm weird. I don't know if I said this in the last year's video with Street Fighter, probably not. But I like lore when it comes to these like multiplayer games that don't have really like a story mode, at least not yet. Like like shit like Overwatch and like fighting games where you have to like go into like the subtext and like learn stuff. I like stuff like that. The World of Rivals is interesting. I'll definitely say that. And the characters are cool. I really like Forsburn and Raster. Those are definitely two of my favorites. And I'm definitely excited to see where this game goes. Like I'm gonna be keeping up with this game. I'm definitely, like I said, I can't. I don't really feel like playing it because I'm just not interested. But as a spectator game, spectator esport, it is like amazing. That's all that needs to be said. I know there's like some balancing issues, but again, I'm not playing it. I'm watching it, so I don't give a shit. So yeah, Rivals of Aether 2, good. Okay, number 6. This is where this is where the list starts for real. Like the last few games, I did enjoy them. Obviously, honestly, if I didn't like those games, I probably would have just done a top 5. But I did like them enough to put them on the list. Number 6 is a game that a lot of people were surprised that I have never played this game up until now, which is, it might even shock people now. But up until this year, I have never even touched a Plants vs. Zombies game, like at all. Everybody I knew liked it. My cousin had it on his like DSi or something. He loved it. There are people I thought who I would never expect them to have played this, and they were like, dude, how have you not played this? I was like, what, you like that? So, Plants vs. Zombies was kind of the only game I played this year, really, that was like a backlog kind of thing. Like, okay, I need to play these games, because I'm so bad when it comes to my actual backlog of games I need to play. So, this is the one I picked. And I initially played it in the background while watching shows, because it's a tower defense game. You can kind of do that. And it's also not hard, like, at all. At least not the adventure mode. But it's good. It's just good old classic tower defense gameplay. It's probably the best tower defense game. At least that's what I've been told. And I mean, I haven't played much. It's a genre I'm definitely interested in, and I would definitely like it if I played more. I just don't even know where to start. And Plants vs. Zombies is a good starting point, it seems. I guess the only problem with the game is that it's like Plants vs. Zombies 1 adventure mode. Like, from what I can gather, it's like so vanilla. It's very simple, which isn't a bad thing, but at some points I was like, alright, like, just put the flowers in the back, do this, like, yeah, you know. Towards the end of the game, I was getting a little, like, I didn't struggle with this game, really, but towards the end, I was getting a tiny bit frustrated because there are just these zombies that, unless I'm missing something, the game doesn't tell you what they do until after they've already, like, until you've already played the level. So there's, like, these pogo stick ones that can just fucking skip everything. There's, like, these ones in the balloons that can just float over everything. There's, like, I remember specifically, there's the one, I didn't have trouble with this one. There's like this one that like catapults like basketballs into your fucking backline or whatever. And I didn't really struggle with it, but I remember seeing it on the like start screen and I'm like, oh, what does that do? I'm gonna look, and it's like, nope, we're not gonna tell you. And it's like, okay, like that specific example, I didn't like lose because of it, but there were some times where that did happen. And I was just like, all right, bro. Well, see, now you know what it does, so retry again. The like fucking full 5 minute, 6 minute like stage. It's like, all right. But I like it. Plants vs. Zombies is good. I mean, I don't really intend on going back to it or playing the sequel, at least not right now, but I like it. It's a good background game for sure, like when you're in a call or, again, watching a TV show. That's when I initially played it. But yeah, it's good. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's Plants vs. Zombies. Number 5 might be, I feel weird about this game. I definitely would have expected it to be way higher, like before playing it, but it's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This game, let me do the math in my head real quick. I don't know I'm not doing that, fuck that. 15 plus years in the making, sequel to Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I love Dragon Ball, I love Dragon Ball games. The games, Dragon Ball was kind of dead in the 2000s when it came to like new content, when it came to like the anime, manga. So the games is what kept the series alive. Most people I knew who liked Dragon Ball either caught reruns on TV or played the games, or both. So I have a lot of history with the Dragon Ball games. So I was excited for Sparking Zero, and I paid $100 for it to play it early. And I like it. It's a good game. It's definitely a good game. It looks amazing. I don't understand how they got this game to look the way it did with all the content that's in it. It's definitely worth the title of Budokai Tenkaichi 4, and I think it is probably better. It's definitely the best one out of the Tenkaichi series. The issue is, I'm 24 right now. Like, I remember loving Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and 2 a lot as a kid, and I can probably even still go back to them now and get some enjoyment out of them, but I don't know if it's like an age thing. It's similar to SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake from 2023. Like, that game is definitely good, but I would definitely enjoy it a lot more if I was younger. Same with this. Maybe it's because I'm older and I like if I want to play a fighting game, I'm not going to play Sparking Zero, okay? I'm going to play, like, I don't know, Street Fighter or something. But I understand that it's an arena fighter. But even then, like, I feel like even, like, the Naruto games, I feel like those are a little more fun. I don't know. The thing with Sparking Zero is it got, like, super repetitive and brain dead. If it's a game that I don't care to, like, learn because I just don't think it's that fun. It's, like, it's fun. It's mindless fun. But, like, I'm just not gonna, like, if, like, my cousins or, like, friends who like sweat this game and they know like the skill. Like I'm not gonna press R1 like 50 times in a row. It's just a game of like chicken at that point. Not chicken. It's just like a fucking who can press R1 the most. Like that's just not fun to me. I don't know. Same with Rivals of Aether 2. I do like watching the game. Whenever I go to family gatherings and my cousins are playing or they're coming over to play with my brother, like I'll watch them play. I just don't really care to play. The story mode is dog shit. It's really bad. Maybe not really bad, but it's not good. There's like 8 characters, I think, and they each got their own story. And there's like what ifs, which are cool, but like 75% of them suck, to be honest. And the game drags on. The story mode, blah blah blah. I know most people aren't playing this game for the story mode, but like, dude, that's how I experienced the story of Dragon Ball. Was in the other games I would do the story mode, and it was just simple. It was just beginning to end. Now there's only these characters. Trunks doesn't even have Android Saga. It's just super stuff. I don't even know why Goku Black and Jiren have a story mode. They only exist in one arc. Gohan doesn't have it. Like I don't know. Like it's like they like just picked and choose when to like be extra or not. And most of the what ifs are just, what if Piccolo did father son whatever with Gohan instead of Goku? It's like that's not interesting. Nobody was even wondering that. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I like it. I definitely like it. And again, just like Rivals 2, like just because I don't like playing a game doesn't mean I like the game. Like I still like watching it. The game again looks beautiful. There's like so many characters in this game and they got the game to look like this. Like the animations are beautiful. It's just, I don't know. It's a love letter to Dragon Ball and I'm gonna keep watching it and like keeping up with it. I'm not gonna play it. I don't plan on playing it really, to be honest. But I like it. I tried platinuming it, getting the platinum trophy after I beat it, which is that's what I typically do with some games. And then at some point I was like, dude, this is just not, I can't do this. I don't plan on playing this game this much, so I'm not gonna even put that much work into it. Whatever. It's good. I think it's good. It's definitely good. I know I've been shitting on it for most of this time, it feels like, but it's good. Okay? They did a good job, and it's worthy of being called Budokai Tenkaichi 4. It lived up to it. My cousins are still playing it. A lot of people are still playing it. I just don't. It's just not for me. And that's okay. Number 4 on almost any other list I would do would not be this high. And I promise this is the last game. Like, top 3 are, like, actually, like, amazing games, and I, like, want everyone to play them. They're fucking awesome. Number 4 is recognized as a good game, but I'm not too big on it. Number 4 is Fire Emblem 3 Houses. On last year's list, I had Fire Emblem Engage, like, number, what was it, like, 7? I think it was number 7. And on this list, Fire Emblem 3 Houses is number 4. I like Engage more than 3 Houses by a considerable amount. Which, that might be a hot take. I don't care, and I'm going to explain why. This game is, first of all, I actually bought this game, like, day 1-ish. Like, what, 6 years ago in 2019. And I played it for a bit. I didn't get too far. I think I got, like, there's a time skip in the game. I got, like, right before that. I put, like, 10 hours into the game. Not even. This game is way too long. It is way too long. And I like long games. I beat Fire Emblem Fates, all 3 paths of that game. I've done that, like, twice. And I've played some of the other paths, like, more than that. That's a long time. That's, like, with all the content I was doing, that was easy 100 hours more. This one playthrough of 3 Houses was just so long. And bear in mind, I didn't finish the game when I first played it. I played this game with my best friend, Timmy. Because I explained it in some of the other videos that we do, like, a little game listing where we just go down some games. And it's like, okay, let's play this. Let's try some new stuff. Let me introduce you to some games. You can introduce me to some games. This was one that we both had similar interest in, that we were like, okay, we both want to play this. We like Fire Emblem. Let's just get it out of the way. We started playing it like May of like 2023, and we didn't finish it until like February 2024. Now, granted, we weren't playing it all the time, but every time we got together to play it, we made like no progress. There's just so much to do, bro. It's insane. I don't like the Persona like calendar stuff this game does. It's not, I feel like it doesn't really translate into Fire Emblem that well. That's in my opinion. I can understand why some people wouldn't think that, but I don't think it takes so long. And in a game like this, I don't want to miss stuff, so I'm gonna try to do everything I can. Now, granted, towards the end of the game, the like, very end, I just said fuck it, and I just shotgunned the rest of the game. It's like, I'm done. I'm done. I need to beat this now. I'm so tired of it. I was so close to the end that I was like, oh, whatever. Granted, bear in mind, this game has like 3 or 4 paths plus DLC. I didn't do that shit. Credits rolled after I beat Golden Deer. I beat the game. I'll do the other stuff at some point. I still love Fire Emblem, and I still like this game, but not right now. I'm done. And when I do it, I'm doing it on New Game Plus. I'm not doing all that shit again. Okay, now that I'm done shitting on the game for its length. No, actually, I'm not done shitting on it. This game looks like ass. This game looks like, I think I said it in the last video, this game looks not good. The environments are so trash. They just look so, like, low res. Like, this game would be, like, I don't really like the models. They look kind of weird sometimes. Like, a lot of the cutscenes are, like, they look very, like, I get that Engage kind of does the same things, but Engage looks good. Engage looks really good, so I can look past it. But this game it just reminds me of, like, PS2 era, like, talking shit. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it, but I don't like how it looks. I don't like how long it is. But out of all the Fire Emblem games, it definitely it's the most fleshed out one, like, bar none. Like, yeah, because it's long as hell. But even if it wasn't as long as it was, it's definitely, like, the one I can tell they put the most work into. not in the graphics department, but in general. They put a lot of work into this game, and I can tell. I can definitely tell. The world and characters are amazing. Like, like, Fire Emblem is like an RPG series, like strategy RPG series, where you have so many characters typically in Fire Emblem games that there is not enough time to flesh them all out and give them all backstories and like arcs and stuff. Like, you can't do that in most Fire Emblem games because you have so many units. 3 houses, you don't have as much. You still have quite a bit, but not like too much. And they're all there from the start. It's like, it feels like a real RPG, like cast and like party. And you can recruit others. And some are definitely way more fleshed out than others. But I was like surprised. I was like, wow, these characters are like actually characters. I can see why this is the best selling Fire Emblem game of all time, and it makes sense. Like, the world and characters are amazing, and the music is insane. Out of every game on this list, this game definitely has the best music, in my opinion. Some later entries, some people might not, they may disagree. I think this game's music is godlike. Between Heaven and Earth is a top 10 video game song ever. And the gameplay is just Fire Emblem. The gameplay is fine. I prefer Engage's gameplay because it has the gimmicks with the rings and shit. But this one's fine too. Like, the multiple weapons, the, like, god weapons. It's just fun, Fire Emblem. Like, I don't know. The gameplay itself is, like, the one thing that is, like, untouched. But the characters and world are amazing for a Fire Emblem game. I just don't like how long it is. And I just don't like the hub world is cool. I do like the hub world. I just don't like how often they want you to be there. And you can customize your characters a lot in this game, probably most out of any other Fire Emblem game, with like the job system or their class system or whatever. So you can make it people however you want. I don't like this game as much as other people do. It might be my least favorite Fire Emblem out of the modern era, like post-Awakening, Awakening onward, which it might be insane to some people, definitely insane. But I still like it. It's still good. It's just not like it's amazing. Like, it's good. Again, it would not be number 4 on any other list, but hey, if I beat this game the same year I played Engage, it definitely would not have been on the list over Engage. I like Engage more. But 3 Houses is still good. And it did do a lot for the series in terms of popularizing it more. And again, the characters are amazing. Definitely the best cast. I just don't like how long it is. But the game is good. Number 3 is Shadow Generations, which was, they re-released Sonic Generations, and they added a new game to it, like a side game, a lot like Bowser's Fury. It's its own game. It stands on its own. I mean, it sucks you have to spend $50 just to play this one part of the package, but I like it a lot. Shadow Generations is genuinely like the best 3D Sonic game since Generations. Yeah. And I like it more than Sonic Generations. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I didn't expect it. It is the most fun I've had playing. Like, I liked Frontiers. I liked Mania. I definitely liked Mania a lot more than Frontiers. Let me get that out of the way. It did not... Superstars did not make the list last year because I hate... I hate Superstars. Superstars is so dick. But that's... I can complain about that another time, but I don't like Superstars. And Forces was... Forces. Frontiers is fine. It was on the list 2022? And that was as high as this one. I'm pretty sure it was like number 3. That game isn't, I mean, it's fun. I definitely like Frontiers. I don't even disagree with where I put it that year. It's just going back to it is not as fun. It's just not an amazing game like people say it is. It's fine. It's decent. Some might even say good, but it's not what it is. It's not what people think it is. Mask off. Like, come on, guys. Anyways, and I love Mania. But before all those, I was technically a kid when Mania came out. So I can safely say that this is the best Sonic game, the most fun I've had playing a Sonic game since I was a kid. I feel like throughout my entire life playing Sonic games, I went back and forth on how I felt about Shadow. Like, Shadow's cool. Everybody likes Shadow. Nobody hates Shadow. If you hate Shadow, you're weird. You're contrarian. Shadow's awesome, but I feel like I didn't truly understand how much I liked Shadow as a character until this year. The year of Shadow with the movie and this game, and there's probably some other shit that I forgot, but yeah. Like, Shadow is dope. He's the only Sonic character I think can, like he's one of the only Sonic characters who can even, like, hold, like, he can have his own game. He's had 2 games now. Like, fuck Knuckles and Tails with their 90s Sega bullshit games, like Chaotix and the Game Gear games. Those suck. Nobody likes those. Like, whatever. They're probably fine, but they're not touching this game at all. Before I continue with this segment, this is actually the year where I actually first played Shadow the Hedgehog and beat it. I've had very little experience it prior to this list. And honest to God, it would have definitely been in the top 10. Shadow the goddamn Hedgehog would have been top 10 on my 2024 games list had I not played another Sonic game, which was this one, which is very ironic because it's another Shadow game. Shadow the Hedgehog that game is overhated. I'm gonna say it. The game is definitely bad. It's definitely not amazing, but everyone was saying it was like horrendous. Like, I mean, it's not that bad. In my opinion, it's like polished. Like, there were not many glitches, which it's sad that that's a pro for a Sonic game, but like, I liked it. Like, it's stupid. The story is dog shit. The level design is horrendous. The dialogue, like, sucks, but like, playing the game, like, if I'm just playing the game, like, point A to point B, like, it's fine. Like, it's whatever. And the missions suck. A lot of them suck, but maybe I'm weird. Maybe it's just that, like, 2000s era of Sonic that I just enjoy this shit. But I liked it. I tolerated it. I'm not gonna say I liked it. It's fine. But I don't know. I can definitely see myself returning to it in like fucking 30 years from now when I'm like really bored and I want to play Shadow the Hedgehog for some reason. But anyways, Shadow Generations. Like, I don't even... Like, how did Sonic Team make this game? It doesn't make any sense to me. The spectacle of it all... The spectacle is what Sonic games do best, which is why people like Frontiers so much. But this game is like Frontiers, but like the gameplay is actually good. Like, it's actually... Like, the loop is actually like... It's somewhat the same loop, but the level design is actually good. The world is actually good. It performs way better. I understand that it's not like a full-scale game like Frontiers, but maybe Frontiers shouldn't have been a full-scale game if it couldn't accomplish that. I don't know. Shadow is just better. I don't even think it's close. I can't believe this is even an argument, but dude, the level design is so fire. Shadow's powers are amazing. I love the callbacks so much. Like, the fact that they're just embracing Sonic 06 now is awesome. Like, Mephiles is in the game. Kingdom Valley, dude. I felt like an 11-year-old again when Generations came out, looking back at all these Sonic game, like, callbacks and levels from when I was, like, younger. It's the same shit. Like, the Space Colony and Radical Highway from Adventure 2. Love that game. Rail Canyon from Heroes might be, like, one of my... insane hot take. I like Rail Canyon and the music. Seeing that be the level they picked for Shot, like, that was so cool. Kingdom Valley's cool. I don't give a shit about the Forces and Frontiers levels. I'm gonna be honest, but Sunset Heights though might be like the best level in the game, low key, and that's from fucking Forces, bro. Like, they cooked with that level. They made Forces cool. They redeemed it with that. They got its redemption. I don't really understand why there's a Frontiers level in the game, but it wasn't bad either. The, like, Doom Wing is so cool. Like, Shadow's just fucking cool. He's just so cool. Oh, 100%ing this game was ass. I don't really want to ever do that again, but that's just because there's not like a checklist or anything. There's no way to like I don't know, I don't know. Getting all the like stuff for the museum and like the stupid bolts was just annoying, but the fact that I even 100% of this game should say a lot because I wanted more, and that's the only problem with this game is that there is not a lot. It is not a full game, technically. That's what everyone says about it. That's basically the only complaint anybody has with this game. Like, this is the first Sonic game in so long that I've seen nobody normal call bad. Like, I can see why people don't like Frontiers. I don't even like Frontiers that much anymore. Superstar sucks. This is like the first time since Mania where people just came together and was like, yeah, this game is amazing. And it is. And I hope whatever 3D Sonic game is after this gets as much polish. Like, they have it. They got it done. Just keep doing this for the love of God, bro. They're so close. We're just so close. Oh, man. We're so close. Please, just keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Number 2 is Marvel Rivals. This game is awesome. I don't know what the general consensus is on this game, really. I can't tell if people dislike it or not. I think it's amazing. So, in the 2022 video, I had Overwatch 2. I had the balls to put Overwatch 2, like, number 8 on that list above, like, was it 8 or 7? It was above Final Fantasy 14, I know that. But, yeah. I loved Overwatch when I was 16. Overwatch is by far my Overwatch 1 is my favorite FPS of all time. Probably my favorite shooter. It's definitely my favorite shooter of all time. That could change. That could probably change. All I gotta do is not mess it up. Marvel Rivals is Overwatch, but new. And this time with characters that are already established. Now, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan. I like Marvel. I like superheroes and comics in general. I'm not really, like, I'm not super duper into them. I still like them, though. It's ironic because the Fantastic Four just got announced for this game as of me recording this. And those were the only superhero anythings I gave a shit about when I was a kid. Like, I loved the Fantastic Four. I had the cartoon on, like, DVD. I had the movie on DVD, which I watched the shit out of. I had the game for the movie. Like, I love them. I love the Fantastic Four. They're adding them. I'm so excited. There's a new movie coming out this year. I'm excited. I'm locked in. They're goated. Enough about the Fantastic Four. That's for another time. I like Spider-Man. I like MCU. I like MCU movies. I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen nowhere near all of them. Not the ones I've seen. I've loved it though. I loved Doctor Strange, Civil War, Infinity War is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. And the fact that I can say that while not being like a super big Marvel fan is like crazy. Like, I like Marvel. I like it. I'm just not, like, too, like, I don't know, like, the in-depth shit. Like, the people I play with, most of them definitely know more about Marvel than I do. But there are, like, half this roster I probably didn't even recognize until the game came out. Or until I played it. Like, who the fuck is Namor? Apparently that's, like, not even, like, a super obscure guy. That's, like, a guy. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know who Hela was. I didn't know who... Okay, nobody knew who Luna Snow was because she's from a video game. But whatever. The game is fun. It's just Overwatch again. Dude, low-key, like, a lot of the character roles are better than Overwatch, because there are some roles in Overwatch that just people just do not want to play. Every character in Marvel Rivals, is fun. Every role is fun. I have no problem playing tank when people ask me to. I have no problem playing damage, and I have no problem playing healer. They're all fun. There's a character, like, if you're not playing flex, like, I don't blame people who don't play flex. If you just want to play healer, that's fine. But, like, I don't have that much more fun playing DPS than support. Like, I literally have no preference. Like, I'll just play whoever I need. The characters are all fun. A lot of them, it's kind of just like Overwatch, but they just added a bunch of shit. Like, a lot of characters have, like, I feel like there's way more mechanics. Like, a lot of characters have, like, a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, Mantis is like Zenyatta, where she can put orbs on people. But one of the orbs, you can, like, buff yourself. And also, she can put people to sleep. And also, her ult makes everyone faster, and it heals them and gives them shield or whatever it does. And also, she can attack while doing it. Like, damn, bro. Like, the Overwatch characters weren't like that. And then Marvel Rivals also has team-up mechanics. So I'm Venom, and I'm playing with my friends or my brother or whatever, and they're Spider-Man or Penny Parker. You just got a new move now. They got a new move that they have to use now. If I'm playing Luna Snow, and someone, for some reason, is playing Iron Fist, I just got a new move. I just got a new AoE. Like, it's so... I don't know. It's so fun. It's just so fun. I kind of... Only problems with this game I really don't have any real complaints. But if I had to nitpick, the maps aren't as interesting as the Overwatch ones. I don't know if that's because I played Overwatch for so long that the maps just felt natural to me. But I feel like the map design in Marvel Rivals is kind of weird sometimes. Like, I feel like it's not really... I don't know. The way the maps move sometimes, where like they shift the terrain, is just kind of weird. Some maps I'm okay with, but a lot of some of them are just not interesting. That's it. And another complaint is that the performance of the game sucks sometimes. Now, granted, my computer is not super duper amazing. Which is why I don't PC game typically. But I've heard from people with God PCs that sometimes the game lags, or sometimes like it'll drop frames, and like I don't know, like. There's clearly something wrong with the actual game. It's not even like a deal breaker. This is why I say I don't have like any real complaints. It's just so fun. And it came at the very end of the year too, which is crazy, dude. Like I am gonna have so much fun with this game. I said with Sparking Zero and Rivals of Aether 2 earlier that I don't plan on playing those games anymore because they're more of a spectator thing for me. I'm like the opposite with this game. I want to play this game a lot. Like I finally found another game that's not fucking Smash Bros. That I can play. Like a lot. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do exactly that. So far, this list has been kinda... These are weird games. These are weird games. A lot of these games, the games that were on this list that actually came out in 2024, nobody normal would claim for them to be their game of the year. Or they could be their game of the year. That's a little mean. But nobody would be like, oh, this is definitely the best game that came out this year. No, nobody would do that. But number one is like, there was no contest. Like, it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The only Game of the Year nominee I played this year. And it's, yeah, I've noticed with these lists, usually whatever game is number one was a nominee. And that's true for this year. Final Fantasy VII is up there with one of my favorite games of all time ever made ever. I played Remake. I like Remake. Remake is up there too. It's not like high up there, but I like Remake a lot. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I played it before 7. Well, that's not true. I played 7 a little bit in high school. I was like, alright, I'll get back to this someday. Never got back to it. Played Remake when it came out, beat it. I was like, okay, now I gotta beat 7. Beat 7, and it was like a oh my god moment, dude. Like, 7 is so fucking good. I don't want to talk too much about 7 because I know for a fact I'm gonna make a video on it someday. That's how much I like it. So I was excited for Rebirth, because honestly, Remake... I don't care about Midgar. I don't like Midgar that much. And that's all of Remake. Rebirth is finally we're going out to the world and exploring and like doing like some of the best moments of the original game, but now in like an amazing 3D environment, amazing graphics. It's so fire, dude. They perfectly translated the middle portion of FF7 into like a modern like recreation. It's so good. The thing with the remake series for Final Fantasy VII is they are remakes, but the term remake is so loose. It's a remake. They're literally remaking the game. I don't know how else to really explain it. So it hits on the beats of the original game, but then they just go balls to the wall with it, and then they add shit. So it could stand on its own, the game, if it wasn't for the story. But we'll get to that later. Like just seeing the middle parts of FF7, seeing them build upon that stuff. With like a new take, kinda, with some of the parts, with the amazing cast. This is definitely my favorite cast out of any game ever. Especially now, dude. Like, the relationships between all of them. Like, I feel like on the PS1, you can't really tell how, like, which characters feel about, like, which. Like, what is the relationship between Barrett and, like, Yuffie? In the original, I feel like they didn't give a shit. In this game, like, you know how each character feels about each other. Like, they're awesome. Like, I like every character. They're so good. They make some of them better. Like, Kate Sith. And Yuffie, and fucking, like, all of them, they're all, like, amazing. Like, Aerith, this game gave me a newfound appreciation for Aerith. I always liked her, but now she's, like, she's great. The combat is really good. The combat is really fun. Like, I'm more of a turn-based guy. I like turn-based RPGs. I don't know if I like them more than this style, but this style was amazing, especially with the team-up moves. The ATB, I don't know, the combat, and I'm not really amazing at it, so I can't really explain it super well, but the combat in these games are so, like, tight. They, like, work so well. You can be so free with what you do. There were some mechanics I, like, barely used that if I go to replay this game, which I probably am, I'm gonna, like, abuse them. And it's like, oh, wait, this does this. Like, there's so much to it. There's, like, so much to it, but it's, like, not complicated. And that's what I like about games. Like, that's why I can't get back into Xenoblade, because I don't like the combat. It's not only is it complicated, but it's just also not fun. This one is not complicated. There's still a lot you can do while not being complicated, and it's still, like, amazing. Just like the spectacle of the game, like I said with Shadow Generations, like the cutscenes, the like animations with the moves, the summons, the worlds, dude, it's so good. Now the only problem with my game is that, my main problem with the game and the Remake series as a whole is that like they're doing way too much with the story, dude. And I like the story, and I like the new things they're doing with the story, but it's like they're like, okay, we're gonna be like simple with the gameplay and the combat, and we're not gonna go too crazy with that stuff. And we're gonna put all that fucking Tetsuya Nomura complicated bullshit into the story. Again, I don't even hate the story, but like they just keep going. It's just too much, and I can't even talk about it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. This video has no spoilers. I'm not gonna keep talking about it, but they're just doing way too much. They're doing way too much. I don't even necessarily hate it. I just think they're doing way too much. But you know what? If they stick the land, I can't judge it. That's not even a real complaint because I can't judge it yet. As its own in this game, people hate the ending, and I can see why. I don't necessarily hate it. I'm just like whatever about it. I can see why people hate it, but I'm not gonna judge it yet, personally, because I want to see what happens in part 3. If part 3 doesn't stick the landing, then fuck this game. But if it does, then it'll all be worth it. But as this game stands on its own, the ending is it's dumb. It's silly. It's whatever. It's not like abhorrent dog shit like some people have been saying, but like I get it. A lot of people also don't like how many mini games and like the other gameplay styles in the game, which I love. I love that in games. A lot of people don't, which is fair. But even for me, like at some point I was like, all right, bro, like, like I just want to play the game. But that's the thing. Most of them are optional. Most, if not all, are optional. So whatever, man. Whatever, man. Yeah, this game is like the emotion that is put into the cutscenes and like the moments, like the dialogue is so good. It looks amazing. The music is amazing. I don't know what else to say. I'm just repeating myself. The lore, like the whole world of Final Fantasy VII is just great. And if you haven't played the original, I highly recommend it before playing this one. I'm excited for the next game. I'm like a completionist, so when I first played this game, up until the end, I loved exploring the world. I like the Ubisoft Tower shit that people complain about. I like that shit. I dropped whatever. I don't give a fuck about the story, bro. I'm covering that whole map. I want to see the map. I'm doing every side quest. I want to see the like subtext. I'm doing all that. And this game, like, it nailed that shit. I love that shit. And it did it so well. Part 3 shouldn't be as long of a wait, and I'm excited. I wanna play it. I wanna see how they end this. I just hope the story doesn't fuck it over, because where we are now is looking kind of weird. If they can make it make sense and make it like good, then go ahead. I trust you guys. Just like don't fuck it up, man. I'll always love the original, so even if the new one is dog shit, whatever. I just hope they stick the landing. I want to like this as much as the original, so do it. Keep doing what you're doing. And that is the end of the video. This one was way shorter than the other ones, but like I said, if I want to get the videos done, first of all, none of these best of videos have came out like early in the year. They are always middle of the year, like kind of end of the year, like the last one. So if I want to get these out on time, I gotta do it. I'm gonna start doing it like this. Like, dude, Marvel Rivals came out like it's not even a month old as of me recording this. How am I gonna be able to, that wouldn't have made, like, how am I supposed to make a video like that fast? Like, that's like edited and shit. And like I said, there are a lot of other videos. I've been working really hard on a video that will be coming out hopefully by the end of this month when it's done. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, I got a new mic. That's good. This is going to be the year of the content, hopefully. I know I keep saying that, but hopefully I mean it this time, and I hope I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're doing YouTube this year. Maybe some streams. I hope you guys liked it. If you do like it, like it. Yeah. See you guys later.